I have been training for the past month and a half, doing like a mile a day, like 3 to 4 times a week in the local school track. And I totally forgot about the soreness that comes along with running because your whole body works out the entire everywhere. Except I just turned 40, so it's kind of different now. It's no excuse. I just have to remember to buy Tiger Balm, or what is it, icy hot patches and all that stuff, because oh my gosh, when I talk about soreness, it is so sore and I become so stiff, even though I might go into a little massage chair every once in a while. But when I talk about everything just ended up being so tight, it was tight. So with that, I am proud of myself. I lost over like about 30 pounds now. I'm still going. Now, I'm starting to see my old self come back as far as like, muscle and toning, and I've been like consuming protein in a nice way. It's quite a shame that you have a lot going on with the food supply and stuff. It's like every week there's like a recall. I think the recent recall now is like jalapeno peppers and ground beef, which I find to be, I don't really eat that much red meat, but it's like, what the heck is going on with the food in this country, in America? So today, when I had a moment outside of work, I basically, what did I do? I went to this farmer's market. And I went to like one of those places where someone that grows their own food, and they're their own beekeepers. I actually bought a little jar of local honey and a basket of like tomatoes and eggplants from this guy from Yugoslavia. And it's so funny, this guy actually had his station set up really good, where he had like the ring camera on the honey and stuff, because he was charging like $25 for the big jar. I think like $20 for like the medium jar, and then the jar I got was $10. He told me that he only caught two people who were stealing the honey from him. So what he does, if people who steal from him, if they don't come back, like at least pay him, he shames them on Facebook, like by posting the footage of I guess, the thief taking the goods without paying, because he goes by the honest policy where you're supposed to put the money in the cash box or use Zelly, um which I did both. I had the cash and I did the Zelly. But I was like, it's really sad when people have to steal food. And that kind of took me aback. I'm not surprised, but it's like, I guess during times of inflation and I guess this war we're all in, which I'm laughing. I'm like, the longer the stays closed, this is going to be not really a good thing for anybody. And with that, I'll go into the way I look at life now is that you have to really take everything into your own hands and basically, pursue your dreams, I would say. Um, don't be afraid to take chances. I know that a lot of people are going through a lot. I mean, I've been through a lot in my life, but the way I look at it is, if I keep on training for my health, I'm starting to see results. And I was only training for like I've been training for a month and a half with the running, doing the miles, 1 mile a day. And which at the end of the week, it turns into maybe like about 6 miles, depending on it, 5 to 6 miles, because I usually go over. So I basically have fun doing that, and I actually love the outdoors. I really cut back on social media content. I as far as like being exposed to like all the bad news, because sadly you don't know what's a real source anymore. As someone who has taught in the education side of higher ed, the literacy in America has gone to trash, and I don't know why, but it really is mind boggling that you have a literacy crisis in America, and it makes no sense. So I'm very thankful to have gotten the education that I got. So the thing that keeps me motivated as far as running, I just run. I pace myself and I run. I'm not doing it for a competition. I'm just doing it just because, it's my way of loving myself even more. And also being healthy at the same time. Running is always a nice sport to do because for one, it's free considering I run it on a track, nearby. I like going to the gym when I can go, but during the summertime, it's just too hot to be inside. And with the humidity this summer, at least up here in Connecticut, it has been really tough to get through the humidity at times, but that's why I stay super hydrated. I drink a gallon of water a day, Monday through Friday, and I infuse it with lemon slices, lime slices, and then sometimes I put in ginger root, just to, have a little alkaline in there, and I put a little salt in the water. So I basically enjoy staying hydrated. I'll do the protein shakes or the smoothies, and I just try to eat clean, especially right now when with all this food recall. So I went to like a local farm, the little farm stand out there, the Yugoslavian man, and then I went to this new store in my area. It's called like Euro Grocery, so it's like a European grocery store, basically based on Balkan cuisine from the Mediterranean. And I got myself some olive oil from Sparta, so Greece. So I was like ecstatic about that. Because sadly, I don't trust the food source in America right now with all these recalls, and I just don't understand why the food situation is the way it is in a country that's supposed to be one of the richest countries in the world or the wealthiest or has the most food. I don't know, but I was food and safety certified, and I've seen a lot of things I questioned. So when it comes to the food, I'm just mindful of what I consume right now, at least, and we'll see what happens in the future. But for the training, I will continue doing it as long as I can do it. I mean, I would love to run a full marathon. That's the goal, but even if I already did a half marathon on my own, that was a lot, and I think that's why my body is like paying for it now. But it's all worth it. I love it. I love the whole workout routine. I love the running community. It's so encouraging, so uplifting, and I will get back to my evening. But with that, I hope if anyone is on a running, training journey like I am, I don't do it for competition. I don't do it to make myself feel good. Of course, I feel good, but I do it more along the lines of I love the fact that, I'm motivating myself every single day through running. And I'm seeing results, especially a month and a half after doing consistent training. So I would say keep it up and good luck. All right, see y'all.